Did Michelle call you too?
Yes.
I mean, she still has to have another blood test.
Right, just wait to see if her HCG doubles.
Right, but halfway pregnant?
So we can be happy?
Halfway happy?
All the way happy? Oh my God. Does that mean it worked, Mom?
I don't know. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, well, what do we do?
Wait, light the candle.
Light the candle.
Get the candles.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, we just heard that you were pregnant out
Halfway
there.
pregnant.
No,
Oh, guys, you can't be halfway pregnant.
no, you can. You have to have a blood test and then you have to have another one just to...
Come on, they're glowing.
Look at them. They're beaming.
Congratulations, bravo.
Yeah.
No congratulations yet.
Yeah, we can't celebrate.
Oh, yes, we can celebrate.
And he's here. Please welcome Matthew Rhys.
I've never watched that clip.
Whoops of delight. Whoops. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I have to say, I started watching Brothers and Sisters and absolutely loved it. And I don't know what happened. I think I went off and had a baby and I completely forgot. But you're still doing it. And I was absolutely staggered to find out that you were Welsh because your American accent is astounding.
Oh,
it's
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. Not always. They do cut for me when they suggest that I go to Middle Earth, as they call it. Yeah.
I don't believe
They come along and say, come on, you're rubbish.
Yeah, no, the director will shout, cut, and goes, come back from Middle Earth, try it again.
Really?
Yeah.
No, really?
Is that on the map, then?
Oh, no.
That's in Hobbit land, isn't it? It's Tolkien's domain.
How long have you been
I'm
doing this show?
addicted to Brothers and Sisters. I love it.
How long
Fabulous.
have you been doing it now?
We're in our 5th year now. We're right in the middle of the fifth season, yeah.
And are you doing another series?
We won't know until spring.
Oh, right,
They keep us on tenterhooks as to, you know...
And, of course, we do want to talk about you, but I have to ask what it's like to work with Sally Field, because I absolutely adore her. I think she's fantastic.
You know, like you see in the clip, she rules the roost in a very lovely, maternal...
And does she cook on the set? Because I heard that she actually does the cooking as she sort of...
I'm still dumbfounded to the day as to how she does it. In the scene, the prop people say, what do you want to do? Or what do you need? And she'll go, I'll just give me some avocado, some onions, and some... and I'll just chop some stuff. And then you do the scene over the course of a morning, and she's sort of chopping away, and you're not really paying attention to what she does. And then they go, cut, OK, next scene. And she goes, I made guacamole for everyone. You go, what?
Amazing.
Well, yeah, she's ridiculous.
I do that in the Rovers.
I've noticed that. Yes, yeah. Dishing them out.
Your relationship on that, the gay relationship, it's extremely well written and a bit of a breakthrough, do you think, in terms of gay relationships on screen?
I think so. It was something that they, you know, that mattered a lot to them. The creator, John Robbie Bates, was you know, very determined that Kevin, the part I play, wasn't sort of driven or defined by the fact that he was gay. He always said, you just happen to be gay, and I think that's where he started from.
Yeah.
And I think it was a great, you know, great place to start, because it sort of makes less...
Not stereotypical gay, though, is he?
No, and that he always said that, you know, it's never, you know, your defining characteristic.
So he's a lawyer, he's not a gay lawyer.
No,
he's just,
exactly. And I think the sort of less you make of it, the sort of, you know, the better it is, in a way.
Well, let's take you away from LA for a moment, because you've been on this absolutely amazing journey. Matthew's got this fantastic book out called Patagonia, where you have to tell the audience about it, because it's a fascinating story. It's a bit of history which I had no idea about.
Yes, there's actually a Welsh colony in Patagonia, which is a region, southern Argentina, where they still speak Welsh to this day. And in 1865, about 150 of them went out.
Los Rifleros.
Yes, to set up... well, very well said.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means the rifleman. In 1885, about 20 Welshmen rode from the Atlantic to the Andes in search of fertile land.
So did you ride all the way?
I did. What happened was a few years ago, their great grandsons decided to retrace their exact steps on horseback in a tribute to them. And I went along with them and made a documentary and took a few photographs. And then we released it this week, because yesterday was 125 years from the originals completing it.
Could you ride before you went?
A little. I could ride a little. Now, at the end, well, I could certainly ride.
So you haven't got a bottom left, I
know,
your bum's gone.
It's like
And you've
leather.
also got a film out, which was kind of
Tied in, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a feature film that comes out next year called, aptly titled, Patagonia. Funnily enough, when I was out in the middle of the Pampas one day, I heard somebody shouting my name. I thought I was going slowly mad anyway, because we'd been weeks... You're on your own for most of it.
Yeah, I
because,
bet.
you know, the next ride is about 20 metres away and there's one behind you, you know. So you spend a lot of time on your own. And then one day I just heard someone shouting my name and I thought, oh, I am going mad. I can hear someone shouting my name now. And I turned around and it was an old friend of mine, a Welsh film director called Mark Evans. And he was scouting locations and he said, I've got this idea for a feature.
bizarre.
Yeah,
Really?
it was very bizarre.
To tell the story, then, sort of about the...
Funnily enough, in a slightly more contemporary way,
Yeah.
it's sort of, you know, it's... The film we made is about two women and their journeys, an older Patagonian woman who comes to Wales and a younger Welsh woman who goes to Patagonia, and you get an idea of what the colony
Duffy's
was.
in the film as well, isn't she?
Yeah,
the
she
singer?
is. She is.
Yes.
I think it's her
Duffy.
first... Duffy.
Wow.
It is.
I bet you
Duffy.
couldn't have been picky about your food doing that, though. I mean, we're talking about being sort of dining divas. What did you eat when you did this Patagonian
Meat.
pilgrimage?
Meat.
Meat?
Yeah.
What sort of meat?
Roast lamb, basically.
really?
Yes,
Did you?
predominantly, yeah, all the time. They have an obsession called asado, which they sort of crucify a lamb and then slow cook it. Not alive, it's dead.
Obviously.
Yes, and then they slow cook it open flame and then just eat it with bread. bread
Did you ever
and
have
bread
to
and
eat
wine.
anything like you know what they eat in the jungle things?
We did have a jungle moment when we ate armadillo one day.
Oh!
Yes,
But
which
did you have
wasn't-
your stock cubes down your knickers?
I did. I had a whole plethora of spices in my boxes.
All down his wife room.
Yes. Yeah, Old Spice.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's great. How long are you over here for?
Fly back Sunday, bit of a flying
Oh,
visit.
really?
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's
Yeah.
been lovely to have you on the show. Thank
you
you
for
so
having me.
much. It's been fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Rhys.
Thank you.